So I knew early on that my salary was never going to get me to early retirement, and I make a pretty decent amount of money as MD of a company. But Rich Dad Poor Dad was a book that I read in college, and that's what that stayed with me. So basically, the concept is that you don't spend. So live very frugally. Other than paying off your basic expenditures, the rest of your money you really should invest. That also meant that I'm in debt a lot. So the past 10 years, I've been in a lot of debt, meaning that every time I had, say, 100K USD, I invested in something that would pay me returns later. So it would either be a property, where I might then take on about 5 to 600K in mortgage debt, or I would put it into the stock market, and then sometimes I would borrow for that too. So by the time I'm basically 35 years old, I'm carrying about 1.5 million USD worth of debt. That also meant that I am constantly under pressure to make ends meet every single month to pay back mortgages. So sometimes at the end of the month, I actually have zero in my bank account, and all my debts are in credit cards and mortgages and debts. But that also meant that I was very fearful of paying for anything that's luxury, um, anything like expensive holidays and whatnot, until I got to potentially 40. And that's when I realized I paid back majority of my debt, and I can now actually just live off my dividends or my passive income from rental. So this is what I suggest for you as well. Invest early and try to put yourself into a bit of debt so that you can hopefully, instead of spending your money on things that you don't really need, you put your money into things that will pay you back later. That said, always have an emergency fund on the side, and I would always suggest having some of your money in liquid assets like stock markets. Some people like gold. I'm not a big fan, but it could be gold. But I also minimally say 6 to 12 months of emergency funds, because you never know.